With the diverging lens, the thing to keep in mind is that we're dealing with focal lengths that are negative. And one way to think of it is, because the focal lengths are negative, the focal points essentially switch roles. And so we can go ahead and just imagine that these two focal points are in opposite locations. And so when we go ahead and draw our three principal rays, they're going to switch roles. So the first ray we're going to draw is the one that goes through the center of the lens that is essentially undiverted. Then, to find the ray that goes through the focal point, because we have a negative focal point, we are going to use the far focal point to line up. So in other words, I'm going to take and line my ruler up so that one end is on the tip of the object, the other end of the ruler is on the far focal point. And so I'm going to draw a ray from the tip of the object to the lens along that line. Now that is the ray that's going to come out parallel to the optical axis. So let me go ahead and draw that guy in like so. And then the other principal ray that we draw is the one that's parallel to the optical axis on the left side of the lens. And when that one hits the lens, now we're going to use the focal length on the left side of the lens. So we're going to line our ruler up so that one point on the ruler is here where that ray intersects the lens. The other end of the ruler is at this point, and I'm just going to draw in this ray right here. Now to try to locate where the image is, I'm going to go ahead and draw dotted lines back from where it looks like the rays emerging on the right side of the lens might have come from. And so do the same thing with this guy here. And wherever those three rays look like they've come from, that's where my image is located. So in this case, that's my image. So again, when doing the ray diagram here, the thing to keep in mind is that the focal points switch roles. For the ray that is parallel on the left side of the lens, use the left focal point to line up with this point right here to draw this ray. For the ray that goes through the focal point, it's going to go through the far focal point, but it doesn't actually go directly through there. It just heads towards it until it hits the lens, and then that's the ray that comes out parallel.